Iman Gadhzi, high school dropout.
Today is the day where I have my last day at school. I'm officially the 17-year-old high school dropout.
Agency owner.
My name is Iman Gadhzi. I started my business while I was still in high school. This business was an agency.
A multi-millionaire.
$10 million to my name by the age of 21.
You've probably seen him before on YouTube. After all, he has been documenting his whole entire journey from being broke.
That's like 15 pounds, but I can't pay 15 pounds for that. That's not something I can afford.
To being worth $25 million by the age of 22.
I made $24.5 million by the age of 22.
But in this video, I'm going to expose the truth behind his latest scheme, the digital renaissance. So what is Iman Gadhzi's mysterious digital renaissance? And why is this multi-millionaire putting all this time and effort into making this event for free? Well, the digital renaissance is Iman Gadhzi's attempt to wake you up, to save you from what he calls the puppet masters, people who lurk in the shadows controlling the world and what the populace thinks. In his digital renaissance, he talks about how if you want to escape the grasp of the puppet masters, you need to become a renaissance man, or basically a top 1% man. Now, the digital renaissance is Iman's way to seemingly help you become a renaissance man, a man who can live a life like him, free from the control of any one government, full of women, travel, Dubai penthouses and luxury watches. But why is he doing it? Well, that's where things get a bit dark. You see, Iman has a plan. He is going to use the digital renaissance and you for him going from being worth 25 million to being worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And here's how he's going to do it. You see, Iman is smart. Iman understands business. He understands attention. He understands human psychology, and he understands funnels. Let me explain. You see, Iman owns a software company called Agency Flow, which has already been valued at 8 figures.
We launched publicly in February, and we've already had an 8-figure offer, and which we turned down.
So his company Agency Flow has already been valued at somewhere between 10 million and 99 million dollars. But for the sake of numbers, let's be rather conservative and say it was valued at 20 million dollars. Now, of course, it could be more or it could be less. And in September of 2022, Iman also said that in each month they run the company, they're adding an extra $3 million to the value of the company.
I mean, every month that the company runs, we're adding an extra $3 million to the value.
So let's say they've done that from July. That means they've added $3 million in July, August, September, October and November, bringing the total value of Iman's software company Agency Flow to around 35 million US dollars. But how does this digital renaissance event play into this? Well, Iman frames one of the most important steps to escaping the grasp of these puppet masters as gaining financial, location and time freedom, something which he says only an online business can achieve. And he also goes on to talk about how the best business to start is a service-based business, simply because you don't need any money or any experience to start one. All you need is a bit of time to invest. Now, when you consider Iman's target audience, which the vast majority of is going to be 16 to 25-year-old men, an age group that for the most part doesn't have a lot of experience or money, but has a lot of time, which means a service-based business would be perfect for his audience to start if they want to become a so-called renaissance man. But remember how I briefly mentioned at the start of this video that Iman runs an agency? Well, he also conveniently runs an education company which teaches people how to run an agency, or what you would call a service-based business. But how is this going to help Iman increase his net worth to hundreds of millions of dollars? Well, Iman's digital renaissance has so far gathered over 2.6 million views, and it's not even over. There are still 2 videos yet to be released. Now, what Iman is actually doing with his digital renaissance event is telling you that if you want to live a life that you can only dream of, one similar to how he lives, you need to start a service-based business, and he is selling you the ticket to success. But that's not all. Remember Agency Flow? Iman's software company? It is positioned as the one-stop shop for anybody who runs an agency. Essentially, if you run an agency, you need Agency Flow. So Iman has so far got over 2.6 million views on his digital renaissance event. Now, let's say very, and I want to highlight very conservatively, only 0.1% of them views convert into an enrollment for his education company. That's 2,688 people who sign up for $1,000 a piece. That alone is $2.6 million. Now, let's say 50% of them actually sign some clients and end up signing up for agency flow at $95 per month. That's $127,000 extra in MRR, monthly recurring revenue. And that's also presuming that they don't sign up for the more expensive $245 per month plan. Now, if you turn that $127,000 of MRR into ARR, annual recurring revenue, and times it by a 10x valuation multiple, it will increase the value of his SaaS company by around $15 million, bringing his SaaS value to around $50 million in less than 1 year of running. Merely just a stepping stone to him being worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And you have to remember two things. This is using very conservative numbers such as a 0.1% sign up rate, and I am also not an expert in valuing SaaS companies. So the value could be more, it could be less. Either way, this digital renaissance is a massive stepping stone for Iman Gadhzi becoming worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, is Iman all take and no give? No. Iman, with his digital renaissance event, is actively trying to pursue a win-win situation by opening your eyes to what is going on in the world and how you need to get time, location, and financial independence. And he's also going to actively help you do that while improving his own business. After all, it is a business, he needs customers, and many of his viewers need help. So why not build this win-win funnel called the Digital Renaissance? If you enjoyed this video, click this video right here on the top 5 side hustles to start in 2022 and 2023 that require zero money to start. Check it out and I'll catch you in the next one.